Hello, welcome to my channel. Now this, if you believe it or not, is a 3-page dot to dot. There are over 1100 dots to follow for this picture, and I had no idea when I was starting out what this was going to turn into. So we now have some horse pictures and some horse and ranch facts. We'll see how we go. I put in ranch facts and I actually got ranch dressing facts, but I'm not going to read ranch dressing facts. Anyway, horses can sleep both lying down and standing up. I was going to say standing down and lying up. Anyway, horses can run shortly after birth. Domestic horses have a lifespan of around 25 years. Some have lived a lot longer than that. 19th century horse named Old Billy is said to have lived 62 years. Horses have 205 bones in their skeleton. We have 207, I think. Yeah, so similar bones, but anyway. Horses have been domesticated for over 5,000 years. They are herbivores, which mean plant eaters. They have bigger eyes than any other mammal that lives on land. Because horses' eyes are on either side of their head, they are capable of seeing nearly 360 degrees at one time. Horses gallop at 44 kilometers or 27 miles per hour. The fastest recorded sprinting speed of a horse was 88 kilometers per hour, which is 55 miles per hour. Estimates suggest that there are around 60 million horses in the world. Scientists believe that horses have evolved over the past 50 million years from much smaller creatures. A male horse is called a stallion, a female horse is called a mare, a young male is called a colt, and a young female is called a filly. And ponies, it says, are small horses. I don't think, well, okay, I wouldn't class ponies as horses, but the horses only sleep for a short time while lying down. The rest is standing. Horses can't burp, at least not the way humans do. They can't vomit or breathe through their mouths like humans do either. Horses' digestive system is a one-way street, unlike cattle and other ruminants who regurgitate food then rechew it. Although they have a pretty efficient way of processing the tough fibrous foods that make up their forage, this long one-directional system can cause problems that result in colic. You can estimate a horse's age by its teeth. While you can't tell the exact age of a horse by its teeth, you can estimate its age. Horses with proper equine dental care for their teeth, but sometimes a horse lives longer than its teeth do, so extra care is needed for feeding senior horses. One of the most common questions about horses is how long does a horse live? The answers might surprise you. Knowledge of a horse nutrition, horse care and veterinary medicine has increased. Because of this, just as human life expectancy has increased, so has equine longevity. The American Quarter Horse is the world's most popular breed. Appreciated by beginner riders and professional horsemen alike, the American Quarter Horse is the world's most popular breed. Learn more. There we go. Arabian horses have one less vertebrae than other breeds. The Arabian horse is the foundation of many other light horse breeds. They also possess some unique characteristics. They have one fewer vertebrae, rib and tailbone than other horses. Okay. Humans are omnivores, lions are carnivores, and horses are herbivores. The way their teeth are formed, the position of their eyes, and the type of digestive system are all typical characteristics of herbivores. Horses in the wild live in small herds. Domestic horses feel more comfortable if they have companions too. It can be quite stressful for a horse to live alone. To keep your horse happy, you will need a preferably equine friend. Dogs may have become domesticated around 14,000 years ago. Cats became human companions 8,500 years ago. Humankind's relationship with the horse began little more recently, about 3,500 years BC. although some evidence has come to light that horses may have been domesticated even earlier. The standard measurement for determining the height of a horse is called a hand. A pony is an equine under 14.2 hands. The only equines not measured in hands are miniature horses, and they're measured in inches or centimetres. Most of white horses you see are actually much darker colour at birth and gradually turn white. These white horses may start as bay, chestnut or almost black, and these horses aren't called white but called grey. It's important to know the resting pulse and respiration rate of your horse. While a resting respiration rate of a horse can be as low as 4 breaths per minute, holy cow, they can quickly increase with work or distress. Learn your horse's resting pulse and respiration rate. Every horse in North American continent is a descendant of European horses. Even the horses that we regard as wild were actually feral horses whose ancestors escaped from captivity. Horses disappeared from the Americas more than 8,000 years ago, and there is simple fossil evidence that the horse's ancestors lived there previous to that. What's the difference between a filly, colt and foal? It all depends on gender and age. Generally a foal is a baby horse. After it's weaned from its dam, it's called a weanling. But horses remain fillies or colts until they are 2 years of age. The original horse was the size of a golden retriever. Diminutive Hyracotherium may have looked like a small goat or deer from the modern day horse. Hyracotherium lived during the Eocene epoch about 50 million years ago. Okay. Horses have the largest eyes of any land mammal. They can run within hours after birth. Some of these are the same. When horses look like they're laughing, they're actually engaged in a special nose-enhancing technique called a fleeman to determine whether the smell is good or bad. That's when they curl up their top lip, apparently. At one time, people thought horses were colourblind. They're not, although they are better at seeing yellows and greens than purples and violets. Horses' teeth take up a larger amount of space in their head than their brain. You can generally tell the difference between male and female horse by their number of teeth. Males have 40 teeth while females have 36. And the suggestion is that there is a much easier way to tell. Horses' hooves are made from the same protein that comprises human hair and fingernails. The horse trailer or horse box was invented... Can you shush? Shh. Inside voice. The horse trailer or horse box was invented by Lord George Bentinck, a UK man who needed more effective transport than for getting his 6 horses from one racetrack to another. In 1862, Leland Stanford made a bet at some point in the gallop. All four of a horse's legs are off the ground at the same time. Edward Muybridge proved him right by using a series of 24 cameras and photographing a racehorse named Sally Gardner. Horses are more secure and comfortable when trailering if they can face the rear, but they prefer openings. Interesting. Horses can sleep both lying down and standing up, we know this. A 19th century horse called Old Billy lived for 62 years, from 1867 to 1920. The number of horses shot up from 7.8 million to 25 million. Expert believes this was due to the rise in the automobile. Okay. Due to the rise in the automobile? Okay. Because horses' eyes are on the side of the head, they can see 360. The fastest recorded sprinting speed, yes, we've already had that. The Przlowski horse is the only true wild horse species still in existence. The only wild population is in Mongolia. There are, however, numerous populations across the world of feral horses, being mustangs in North America. And we have wild horses in Australia as well that have gone feral. We call them the Brumbies. Horses use their ears, eyes and nostrils to express their mood. They also communicate their feelings through facial expressions. Horses will not lie down simultaneously because at least one will act as a lookout to alert its companions of potential dangers. Vocalizations are highly important to horses. For example, whinnying and neighing sounds are elicited when horses meet or leave each other. Stallions, adult male horses, perform loud roars as mating calls, and all horses will use snorts to alert others of potential danger. Approximately 4.6 million Americans work in the horse industry in one way or another. The US horse industry... Sorry? Right. The US horse industry has an economic effect of $39 billion annually on just 9 million American horses. There are approximately 58 million horses in the world, and the vast majority are cared for by humans. Sad to say that some of those people in the horse industry, I use that term loosely, would be to do with the destruction and dog food process probably. An adult horse's brain weighs 22 ounces, about half that of a human. That's tiny for such an intelligent beastie.
Who said they're intelligent?
Anyone who knows a horse is going to say that they're intelligent. Horses still hold a place of honour in many cultures, often linked to heroic exploits in war, China being one of those countries. There is only one species of domestic horse, but around 400 different breeds that specialise in everything from pulling wagons to racing. All horses are grazers. A horse can see better at night than a human, however it takes a horse's eye longer to adjust from light to dark and from dark to light than a human's. Oh, gee, I didn't know about this. The first cloned horse was a Haflinger mare in Italy in 2003. Horses like sweet flavours and usually reject anything sour or bitter. Wild horses generally group in 3 to 20 animals. A stallion leads the group, which consists of mares, females and young foals. When young males become colts at around 2 years of age, the stallion drives them away. The colts then roam with other young males until they can gather their own band of females. Most of the time, wherever a horse's ear is pointing is where the horse is looking, with the eye on the same side. If the ears are pointing in different directions, the horse is looking at 2 different things at the same time. Wow. Horses produce approximately 10 million gallons of saliva a day. You will know this if you've been slobbered on. On the underside... It must be, yes. On the underside of a horse's hoof is a triangular-shaped area called the frog, nothing to do with cross-stitch, which acts as a shock absorber for the horse's leg. It also helps to pump blood back up the leg. A horse's height is measured in hands, 4 inches. The tallest was a Shire named Samson. He was 21.2 hands, which is 7 feet 2 inches tall, and that is at the shoulder, not at the head. He was born in 1846 in Toddington Mills in England. The average horse's heart weighs approximately 9 to 10 pounds, unless you are, not sure, Gar. Who is the big horse that we've got in Australia? Farlap is twice the size of any other horse's heart. The heart is preserved, and I don't know where Farlap is now, but anyway, big story on that one. The record for the longest jump over water is held by a horse named Something, who jumped 27 feet 6 3/4 inches in April 25, 1975 in Johannesburg, South Africa. He was ridden by Andre Ferreira. The record for the highest jump made by a horse is held by a horse named Huso, who jumped 8 feet 1 1/4 inches on February 5th, 1949 in Vina del Mar, Chile. He was ridden by Captain Alberto Larragibel. That may have been superseded. There are some pretty high jumps happening currently by some amazing horses. I think we're out of time though. Thank you for joining me for some horsey facts, and I will see you around for some more frivolous facts on another Friday. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.